Paddy is better than everybody thinks he is. I've said that. He showed it in the Justin Gaethje fight. BSD brings a fast pace to it, but Paddy's a heck of a competitor. Paddy is mentally tough. We saw that in the Gaethje fight. I think Paddy is more skilled. Paddy has more ways to win. I think Paddy gets that win.
I think Paddy Pimblett.
Really? How come?
Because BSD has no striking, has wrestling, but like Paddy Pimblett has a grappling, and he's gonna stand up. And on the striking, I think they're gonna just fight each other. They're gonna like do crazy fight, and on the feet, I think a little bit better is gonna be Paddy Pimblett.
What a great fight that is. Yeah.
I got.
Who you got?
BSD. I just think he's a better overall fighter. I think he's a little tougher. I think he definitely hits harder, and I think on the feet he has more tools as well. Paddy, I know he's kicking now, kneeing and stuff, but I just think BSD is a little bit more complete and he'll dig deeper, you know? I mean, nobody would know more than Dustin.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I think BSD's got this one.
That's actually, this fight right here with Chandler is probably the best representation of how I see Benoit Saint Denis and Paddy matching up. The only thing that's really different is that Benoit Saint Denis is a southpaw. So I'll be curious to see how that works for Paddy too. He's fighting a southpaw. I'm telling you, when that stance switches, it's just, you got to deal with different tools. And some people do better against southpaws. I think from my experience of fighting southpaws, it always comes down to finding the right partner that's that stance so that you can prepare for that exact opponent in that stance. If Paddy can get a good lefty to come in and prepare him for a Saint Denis, then the stand-up he'll be ready for, and then he can just make it I think we're gonna see some high-level jiu-jitsu in that fight, and I actually look forward to that when you see good tacticians like both him and Paddy. So
you know what? I gotta go with Paddy, man.
Paddy?
I think Paddy.
Why you think Paddy?
Why? Well, because I feel like Paddy is sneaky good. And I think something gets missed on film, and I feel like once you're in the cage with him, it's already too late. But I feel like his stand-up is really underestimated, and his grappling has a power. And yeah, he's got a good, and it has to be felt. But I can just tell by the people he's going with, like he's a lot different on fight day.
Both guys are great fighters. I just compare it to the Gaethje fight. I think if BSD fought Gaethje, Gaethje would stop him on the feet. Paddy took it and was still able to keep walking forward.
Paddy definitely has a chin.
Yeah, he definitely has a chin.
Gifted chin. You know?
He definitely has a chin. I just don't know if BSD's gonna be able to get him down. You know, I think Paddy probably wins on the feet. BSD's not that slick on the feet. He might have power.
He's not that slick on the feet.
And he's not scared to take chances. He'll walk in front of you, get in your face, and put himself in harm's way to land his shots. I just think Paddy's probably a little bit better on the feet.
Who you got?
I got Paddy.
You got Paddy?
You got Paddy?
I got Paddy.
So BSD is good off the top position. When he's on bottom, he's not very good.
Yeah.
We saw that with Hanato Moicano. Maybe he's gotten better there, right? We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's going to improve there. Paddy doesn't really have great wrestling.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
But he's tricky when he's in the clinch. He's tricky off of his back, where BSD is good from the top position, right? So Paddy could catch him off of his back potentially.
Okay.
So I just think on the feet, it'll be better for BSD to keep the fight there, because Paddy still has these glaring holes. I'm like, yo, dog, that left hook is it just can't miss.
Yeah.
I got BSD there. I think I don't think that's a good comeback fight for Paddy after Paddy's coming off. He's still coming off that loss, right?
Yeah.
This is his first comeback fight after that loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good comeback fight. I think.
I don't think so. I agree with you.
Where's the fight going to be at?
Vegas.
In Vegas.
Viva.
Yeah, I don't like that fight for him.
We have two grapplers going at it. I think that Benoit, perhaps the better wrestler, better takedown guy, but I think Paddy is the better submission artist. So I think that's a really interesting fight. Both guys are crazy aggressive, whether it's with striking or grappling, hunting submission. So I think that's great matchmaking right there. I would say Paddy slight favorite.
skill set.
That's why I think it makes sense for Paddy. I think Paddy looks at that fight and thinks, okay, Benoit's powerful on the feet, but he's not so polished. He's a little reckless.
And you got to remember, it was only 15 months ago, whatever, when Renato Moicano brutalized him. You know what I'm saying? So he is a human being. He can be beaten by someone like Renato. So there's no reason why Paddy can't replicate that kind of beatdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I like that fight. I think Benoit and Paddy makes a lot of sense and would be a crazy, crazy fight. And I think a lot of it would end up playing out. Hopefully, I'd love to see those two have some crazy ground and pound, crazy grappling exchanges. Because on the feet, if they do stand and trade, it's just going to be, it might be a little sloppy, but it'll be fucking crazy. Paddy only throws crazy shit, and then Benoit does nothing but throw hammers at you the whole time. It's not like he's setting you up with the clean jab.
No, he's definitely not doing that. It'll be UFC 324 all over again, you know?
Yeah.
Slobber knocker, two piss heads outside a kebab shop, swinging for the fences with elite black belt jiu-jitsu, though, just throwing it on
forget
top.
it. Forget the jiu-jitsu.
I'm going to lean towards Pimblett, but I could see Benoit Saint Denis doing it. I just don't think he can dominate on top position on the ground like he's going to want to. And I think that he's actually quite slow and vulnerable on the feet, Benoit Saint Denis. Same with Pimblett, but I kind of trust Pimblett's chin a little bit more, to be honest with you. I trust Pimblett's chin a little bit more in that matchup, but it's going to be a very intriguing fight. I'm worried that Pimblett may get caught by one of those crafty shots from Benoit when his back hits the cage and he starts scooting with his hands by his waist, because Pimblett often does that. But would Benoit beat Gaethje? Or would Benoit be another Fiziev? Or would Benoit be another Pimblett? Or just, you know, get into a scrap with Gaethje? I think Benoit, if he got into a scrap with Gaethje like Pimblett did, he'd probably get chinned by those shots that Pimblett was eating. I think Pimblett, I'm leaning towards Pimblett.
But I think I would favor BSD to win. But because it's likely to be a lot of fighting on the ground, I think Paddy could make it fun. Like, dude, Paddy's fights are, you know, they're not, are they the best fights you've ever seen? Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, how many of them are like, oh my God, you know, it's like watching Tai Tuivasa, like chonkers just lay there on the shoreline doing nothing. No, like there's going to be action. There's action for it. And I think the fans will respond to that.
The Benoit is not a giant star, and he's an absolute animal, especially on the ground. He's an absolute animal. If we see the same Paddy Pimblett that came out and fought Justin Gaethje, there's a good chance the God of War takes his ass out. Okay, the God of War is on a 4-fight win streak. Paddy Pimblett hasn't lost since 2018 before this last one. So since 2018, he's been winning and finishing all these guys. Confidence just at another level. We're like, oh my God. After he beats Michael Chandler, we saw this growth. Comes in against Justin Gaethje and just doesn't look great. And Justin Gaethje kind of fights. In that fight, he fought similar to Benoit, how Benoit fights. Benoit's going to get in your face, make it hectic. First 5 minutes, pedal to the metal, just like Justin Gaethje did. This is a tough fight. I'm surprised they picked this.
The fight makes sense in most ways, except I would assume the UFC would want Paddy Pimblett to win to win his next fight after losing, and I very much do not believe he is going to win this fight.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I know he's a very good opponent, don't get me wrong. I know he's great. But it's nice to be the underdog. The last time I was the underdog, Bobby Green got choked out in like 3 minutes. I like being the underdog, and I want to show everyone why you shouldn't put me as the underdog come July 11.